When retired nurse Margot Hayes spots poison in a Billionaire's champagne glass, she must choose save the man who broke her heart 18 years ago, or let fate take its course. The crystal chandeliers of the Starlight Charity Gala glittered like frozen tears as Margot Hayes adjusted her stiff Cerberus bow ties. At 68, her niece protested the hours standing, but the paycheck would cover her granddaughter Lily's summer art camp. She moved through the crowd of tuxedos and sequin gowns, invisible in her matronly uniform until she saw him. Charles Whitlock stood by the auction podium, his silver hair swept back, a jagged scar now visiting the left eyebrow of the boy she loved. 18 years since he'd chosen his tech empire over their seaside cottage dreams. Margot's grip tightened on her tray when a waiter with dead eyes approached Charles. Bearing a single champagne flute, her nurse's instincts flared at his rigid posture. The unnatural tilt of the glass. Moonlight caught a telltale iridescent film on the rim acetylcholine derivatives. Dead in minutes, without thought, Margot lunged, sending the poison flute shattering across marble. A glass shard sliced her forearm, blood blooming through her sleeve. What in hell? Charles' world then froze. Margot. The assassin vanished into screaming chaos. Paramedics wrapped her wound as Charles stared, disbelief warring with dawning recognition. "You re-bleeding. Why did you poison?" she rasped. "Fascinating. You'd have been dead before the dessert course." His tanned face paled. "After all this time you saved me?" Margot avoided his gaze, focusing on her granddaughter's photo in her locket. Lily's college fund required this job. But her traitorous heart hammered at his familiar baritone, the voice that once whispered forever under Maine's pines. Would we done it for anyone? She lied. As police flooded the ballroom, Charles gripped her uninjured hand. "I never stopped, Auntie." She pulled away, blood dripping on her sensible shoes. Some wounds never healed. Rain lashed against the windows of Margot's cramped apartment as she bandaged her arm the next morning. The scent of chamomile tea mingled with Lily's oil paints, her granddaughter's latest obsession. "Grandma, your uniform is bloody." 12-year-old Lily peered over her canvas, worry etching her forehead. Before Margot could explain, a knock echoed. Through the peephole, Charles stood holding orchids, rain glistening on his cashmere coat. "How did you such courage?" "Tea footage," he admitted. "Margot, we need to talk." Lily appeared, wiping paint-stained hands. "You re the man from Grandma's locket photo." Charles froze, recognizing Lily's sea green eyes, his mother's eyes. Margot's pulse roared. "Lily, homework." Now, when they were alone, Charles whispered, "She is mine." Margot snapped. "Raised her since my daughter passed." His face crumpled. "I didn't know about Sarah. You stopped answering letters." She shoved his orchids aside. "What do you want?" "To make amends." He placed an envelope on her chipped table. "Head nurse position at Whitlock Memorial. Full salary, healthcare charity. Justice." Suddenly, Lily's inhaler wheezed from her room. Margot rushed to find her, gasping, lips blue. "Asthma attack, ambulance, my car is faster." Charles scooped Lily up, sprinting through the storm. In the back seat, Margot rattled Lily while Charles barked orders into his phone. "Already at Whitlock R. Dr. Chen standing by." As they screeched into the hospital drive, Lily murmured against Margot's chest, "Is he my grandpa?" Margot met Charles' gaze in the rearview mirror, her secret hanging between them like the storm. The sterile scent of Whitlock Memorial's recovery ward clung to Margot's sweater as Lily slept, her breathing steadied by corticosteroids. Charles lingered in the doorway, hospital ID badge swinging. "CEO, not visitor. The job offer stands," he said quietly. "Your nursing skills saved lives long before mine." Margot traced Lily's thought line. "We re-managing." "Managing." Charles gestured at Lily's threadbare unicorn plushie. "I saw your eviction notice, Margot. Let me help." Pride warred with desperation. The nursing home had cut her hours when arthritis stiffened her hands. "No strings," he vowed. "Lily deserves stability." The next morning, Margot reported to the gleaming executive floor. Uniform swapped for lavender scrubs. Charles' assistant gaped. "Mr. Whitlock has never interviewed nurses personally. She is not just any nurse," Charles declared, striding from his office. He led her past gawking staff to a sunlit patient room where an elderly woman thrashed in dementia's grip. "My mother," he confessed. "She has refused care since Dad died. Last night she asked for you." Margot approached gently, recognizing the woman who'd once picnicked with them on Pebble Beach. "Eleanor, it is Margie. Let us get you comfortable." Miraculously, Eleanor stilled. Charles watched Margot soothe his mother with the same tenderness she'd once shown him. Later, over weak hospital coffee, he whispered, "Lily is mine, ain't she?" Margot's cup trembled. "Biologically, yes, but you forfeited rights when you ignored Sarah's pregnancy letters." His face whitened. "I never got convenient." She stood abruptly. "My shift is over." As she left, Charles pulled a yellowed envelope from his wallet, returned and opened. Stamped address unknown. Margot's breath caught. The same letters she'd emailed to his Stanford dorm. "My father intercepted them," Charles rasped. "I thought you'd moved on." Outside, spring rain baptized the city, washing away 18 years of lies. Thunder rattled the Whitlock penthouse windows as Margot faced Charles across his late father's oak desk. Lily slept upstairs, exhausted from painting Eleanor's portrait, a peace offering between generations. You should be fought for us, Margot accused, clutching the unopened letters. Charles poured 2 fingers of bourbon, his hand unsteady. Dad said you'd be sued for abandonment. Had lawyers ready to destroy me. He slid a document across the desk. Whitlock's sister. Forged lawsuit threatening Margot. I was 20, terrified of losing everything. You did lose everything. Margot's voice broke. Sarah died thinking you rejected her. Rain sheeted the glass as Charles knelt before her, tears mirroring the storm. Let me be here now, for Lily, for you. His confession hung between them until Lily's cry pierced the silence. They found her clutching her throat, allergic hives blossoming, peanut dust in Eleanor's sugar-free cookies. EpiPen, Margot gasped, but her purse was downstairs. Charles sprinted through the storm-swept mansion, returning with the hospital-grade kit he kept for his mother. As Margot jabbed the pen into Lily's thigh, Charles grabbed them both, murmuring childhood lullabies and Gaelic songs Margot had forgotten he knew. Later, as Lily slept under medical watch, Charles stroked her hair. She has Mama's fire. Margot watched him, the storm softening to drizzle. Why the scar? His thumb brushed the eyebrow ridge. Motorcycle crash after Dada's funeral. I was reckless. He met her gas. I need to tell Lily the truth. Margot's heart clenched. Not yet. She is fragile. Kids sense lies. Eleanor's voice startled them from the doorway, her lucidity sharpened by crisis. Tell her together, or this storm will never pass. At dawn, Lily stirred, studying Charles' scar with a painter's intensity. You look like my knight storybook. Charles smiled through tears. I'd be honored to be your knight. Lillipad, the nickname Sarah invented. Margot's walls crumbled. Golden light streamed through the hospice chapel where Eleanor lay swathed in lilies. Her final wish to witness this moment. Margot smoothed her ivory suit, a far cry from her server's uniform as Lily adjusted her daisy crown. Ready, Grandma? Outside, Charles waited beneath the same oak where they'd pledged forever at 20. Time had etched his face, but his eyes held the same hope. The small crowd held survivors, nurses from Whitlock Memorial, Lily's art teacher, Eleanor's caretaker. As Margot walked toward Charles, Lily scattered forget-me-nots, Sarah's favorite. The minister smiled. Who gives this woman? I do, Lily declared, pressing Margot's hand into Charles' grandpa. Joy fractured Charles' composure. During vows, Margot's voice steadied. You once promised me sunrises. I thought dawn would never come. Charles slid a simple band onto her finger, platinum engraved with pebbles from their beach. Every sunrise since you left has been half light. Today we begin anew. After sealing their promise with a kiss, Lily presented her gift, a painting of their young selves under the oak. A silver-haired couple dancing at its roots. Charles traced their painted faces. How did you know? Grandma's locket. Lily beamed. Eleanor whispered her approval just as her monitor flatlined, a peaceful exit bookended by Love's return. At the reception, Charles led Margot through their first dance since disco ruled. Wait, she laughed as Lily tugged his sleeve. My turn. Charles spun his granddaughter, her laughter blending with birdsong. Later, Margot found him studying Sarah's photo on the memorial table. She'd be proud of you, he murmured, as fireworks blossomed over the city. Margot leaned into her husband's embrace. Some love stories weren't linear, they meandered like rivers, carving canyons before finding the sea. Their second dawn had come, gilded by time's hard-won wisdom.